Astronomy is the science that deals with the universe beyond the Earth's atmosphere. 5,000 years ago, our ancestors could recognize the stars and constellations, though some may have believed the stars were lamps carried by deities. Before electricity obscured the beauty of the night sky, stars and planets were highly valued and used for navigation. Still today, the stars are useful for the purpose of navigation and telling time for those who can pick them out and use them as guideposts for this purpose. Mathematicians and scientists, known as astronomers, measured the patterns and movements of the stars to make inferences about the size and properties of Earth and the solar system. While theologians and shepherds looked to the heavens for signs that would help them understand the actions and intentions of the gods. Ancient civilizations the world over have attempted to map, understand, interpret, and even worship the stars. Early parents taught their children about stars by drawing figures in the sand with sticks. These thoughts and ideas were passed down through generations in the form of scientific notations and mythology in order to help humans understand our place in the universe. Today, stargazers and amateur astronomers use handheld sky maps on their cell phones to identify stars, planets, and more. Despite this technology, some of us may get discouraged when we look up and see an irregular grouping of constellations that are supposed to look like a lion, a ram, a crab, a scorpion, or even twins. First, we need to know what to look for when we look at the stars. Constellation charts, which graphically trace the night sky, can show us what to look for. To know when to look and where to look, we need a calendar chart. The sky changes slowly and continuously, from hour to hour, night to night, week to week, month to month, and season to season. The planets also wander around the constellations without a fixed location, though they never veer far from the ecliptic. The ecliptic is the apparent path of the stars in the course of a year. The ecliptic gets its name because eclipses of the sun and moon occur on that line. In fact, a conjunction of the sun and moon result in a solar eclipse. As the planets travel the known path, they travel along the constellations of the zodiac, a belt of 12 distinct constellations. The zodiac belt, with its unchanging constellations, form the backdrop across which the planets orbit the sun, as seen from Earth. The zodiac is the part of the sky where we can see the planets. The word zodiac comes from the Greek and means animal circle. The names of the constellations that make up our star system have stuck with us since ancient times because they offer a method for recognizing particular constellations based on the shapes they form when we draw connecting lines between them. These lines form a graphic method for representing constellations. For example, Gemini looks like two matchstick figures holding hands. Worth taking a moment to pause and mention that the constellations through which the planets wander, the constellations of the zodiac, have some superstition around them. This superstition survives in two forms. First, it takes the form of astrology, which is the idea that nature's phenomena can foretell human fortune or predict fate. Secondly, astronomers recognize a 13th constellation, the Serpent Bearer, or Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is a 13th century constellation, first recognized by the Greeks, but never mentioned as zodiacal because of superstition connected with serpents. Still today, Ophiuchus is not traditionally considered a sign of the zodiac. Astronomers and astrologers are not the same thing. Astronomy is an exact science, informed by constant observation and rational analysis. Astrology is not a science in the sense that it doesn't follow the scientific method or make claims that are grounded in evidence. Astrology is nevertheless popular. Discussions of auspicious dates due to the position of the stars and the planets, does not enjoy credit in skeptical circles or academic ones, because astrology does not change or revise in response to contradictory evidence, or test its own claims and arguments to verify or falsify them. So that astrology app on your phone is good for entertainment purposes, but not helping you pick out stars and constellations one by one in the real night sky. One final point is that though the stars are real, constellations are not real in the same sense. Constellations only appear to us as groups of stars because we see them in certain groups based on our place in the universe. If we looked from a different field of vision, or from the perspective of a bright star, say from the perspective of the North Star or Polaris, we would not be able to recognize constellations like we can recognize them from Earth. Moreover, not all constellations are viewable from Earth at the same time. Depends on the hour of the night and the time of the year which constellations are visible and which are below the horizon. The sun moves eastward along the ecliptic, about one of the 12 zodiac constellations each month. The 12 constellations, starting from Aries or the Ram, and going east are as follows. Aries, the Ram. He's most visible from December to March, and between Pisces and Taurus during this time. And you'll see that this is what the lines connecting Aries look like in the night sky. Taurus, or the Bull. The best time to see Taurus is during the months of December and through March. You can use your compass and face south. Gemini is visible from January to May, and by looking facing south and looking high in the sky. You'll notice the twins here. They're two matchstick figures. Cancer, or the Crab, is between Gemini and Leo and can be seen by facing south and looking high in the sky. And this is going to be in the winter seasons. Leo is visible throughout spring from February through June. Leo lion. Virgo is most easily seen in the spring months of April through June. Libra is visible from May to June by facing south. These are the scales. Scorpius, or the Scorpion, face south and look for the head of the Scorpion. That would be the short string of stars. Sagittarius, and he's also known as the Archer, and he is going to be visible on the Milky Way on a dark, clear night away from city lights. Capricorn, the Goat. He's visible in September and August by facing south and looking high in the sky. Aquarius, the Water Carrier. It's going to be visible August to October by facing south. And Pisces, two fish in the sky between Aquarius and Aries and just south of Andromeda. What I'd like you to do to get to know more about the shapes in the sky that make up our solar system is to visit this website. Type in the current year and provide the full name of one constellation that is visible. The constellation abbreviation table is visible on the same website you used when you typed the current year. For example, in November 2017, Saturn is visible in the Ophiuchus constellation. This is the end of our time together exploring the starry skies and constellations. Happy stargazing, everyone!